So we've been doing a lot of aggressive openings, so we might try a more defensive one to mix it up. Oh, he's got some strength there. I'm not going to push this up in case I want a castle king side. Gotta leave this space open for my queen or possibly my knight. Might bring him over here because there's not a lot of activity here. Alright, so he's going fairly aggressive, leaving this open with an idea we get here. I'm just going to push my queen up. I might try to queenside castle, which is actually aggressive. We'll see what he's doing here first. Okay, so he's going on that line. Here I'd like to make no move, but I need to make a move. I'm in a very strong position. He ends here. He has a fork on the king and the rook. A castle, queenside, he has just start pushing pawns up. I might leave my king in the center just because I am in a very strong spot. Okay, so if I trade here, he has a fork on my bishop and my knight, but he also has a fork here, and he can take my bishop, which he likely will do. So the question is, which side do I want to castle? Because of the activity he has with his bishop, potentially his queen, I don't want to get in a position where I'm over there right now. So I'll kingside castle. Do I want to do queen or do I want to move back? The knight's adding some protection here. So I'll use the queen with the idea of getting out to put pressure on that G2 square. Okay, that's an odd move. That was strong there, at least going from there to here. But he does open up this diagonal. I'm going to go here with the idea of either doing a swap, weakening this diagonal. I am blocking myself in though. So I'm going to move to take. I'll reinforce. And now I really like this square, right? So what's the best progression I can get with this knight? Probably here. The idea of something. I don't want to take because I want to remove these pawns that are doubled up. So I'll leave him there. I'll start moving my queen where I want him to be. If I drop back, he's got a fork. Even though I'd like to be there. My queen's safe there because if he pushes, I'm in a better position there. So he still has this bishop because I'm locked in here. I do like opening this up and then taking that rook, so I'm going to leave it. I can protect with my knight on this square, but I actually want to fully open that up. So I'm going to move my knight to e5 instead. Okay, so he does have the idea of putting pressure again with the queen where it was. It was in the way, but the problem is he doesn't have control of this g4 square anymore. I almost don't want to make this move because I don't want to do the swap. He might just take right away then. It'd be better if I could get this bishop off the diagonal somehow. Because even though with my knight here, I have a strong move, he's just going to make that swap. I have an idea of getting my rook out, but I'll lose protection of this pawn when I take his rook. But I think moving my king into the corner here is a wasted move. So I'll probably go with that. Because he doesn't have his dark square bishop, he can't push my queen out very well. Yeah, that's what we intend. Do I want to open this file up with the idea of getting the rook out, trying to put pressure there? Or I could just take queen, keep my king more protected. I think I prefer this more aggressive approach. So my queen's still protecting. I'm going to get my king out, protecting this pawn from a queen attack so I can freely move my queen here. See, he wants to do this trade, and I think I have to take it, which is annoying. The only question is I don't want to take it in the spot he wants because his rook's going to be strong on my f6 pawn. Uh, so I want to try and force it here instead. I can just open this up. Knight protecting on f6 for the rook follow-up. Yeah, I can't take the other way or I leave this pawn hanging. So we're down 2 in material, so we're not in a good spot. We don't really have enough material to launch a good offense here. Um, I'm still good with this take for to prevent this doubling up of the pawns. This doesn't seem like a bad move to try and get my rook more involved here. So he's aiming for there. If I drop back, he can take. So assuming he's going to do that, I'm going to move back. He does have this, but now I don't have to leave my rook protecting here because my king's close enough on the F file there. So I can push up. So he does a swap. And keep moving along here. Protect the pawn. So now we're in a worse spot. I'm going to try and save my rook. He's going to push up with the rook. I don't want to make that trade. I don't have enough material. So we have this idea. He's, danger of promoting there, especially with the bishop protecting the c8 square. But this is a free rook if he does that. He's probably going to go here to put pressure on check. I don't know if I like this or this square better. Can't go here because he'll push the pawn. So can't protect both of them anyway. It's gonna get one. Take material here. It's bishop. I'm on the black square, so he can't do anything there. As far as the king here, if I put him in check, he's just gonna move out. But he's looking at this pawn too, which I'm going to end up here and then protecting the pawn. So stay to the dark squares. Okay, I'm going to do the check so I can move this pawn off the light square. There's some idea here with check and then here, but now he's going to get to that square first. Actually, he'd probably come back to put that pressure back on. So in a pretty bad spot. Maybe have to resign here, but I still think there potentially is something which I haven't seen yet. Protecting the pawn, the idea of getting to his rook. Now if I force the rook to move, it's probably not going to be where I want. Probably going to go to that a4. I'll just go over here for now. I can't afford to lose that pawn. I think he's got me here. I have to move. Might just keep playing and go for a stalemate here. Right now my king has a lot of freedom. Still have a few options there. So he's going for checkmate. He's got my king blocked. So now it's mate in one. He comes here. He drops down. It's over. I do have the check. One space that I can move. Sacrifice that pawn with the idea of a stalemate. We still have this open space, which would be tough to get his bishop to come here. And then that would open up that. So we'll just move along. Still have that empty space on e4. This could be a nice stalemate, right? It's going to block each side there. It's going to be checkmate.